I've come to Oxford in the most appalling weather, and because I wanted to tell you a story about an animal that I used to have here, I found a lady who knew all about it. I thought no one knew. And I used to walk the animal down here in front of Christchurch. Sometimes I took him into the park.
I've known you for many years, but what I didn't realise is you knew about me before I met you.
Absolutely. I was looking forward to meeting you when we were both invited. I think it was an Easter lunch at a mutual friend's house, because I'd already heard about you. You were a couple of years ahead of my daughter as an undergraduate, and I can't remember exactly who told me about this extraordinary man, but it would have probably have been one of the people who was an undergraduate at the same time as my daughter. And I was able to conjure up a terrific picture of you, Tim, because the first thing I heard was that there was this young man who used to take a rabbit for a walk on a collar and lead, even in the Christchurch meadow.
It's true. It's true. It's true. I didn't know anyone knew, you see.
And then I heard that the same young man with the same rabbit in his college room had a beautiful big fireplace.
Well, that's where the rabbit lived.
And the rabbit lived in the fireplace.
Yes.
So I knew about you. So when I was invited to this lunch and I was told who else was coming, I said, is that, I think I've heard of him. Is that the same?
But
Wilson?
you kept quiet about this. I didn't know you knew.
Well, I thought it would be a bit sort of rude and intrusive, the first meeting, to pounce on you and say, where's the rabbit?
Well, the rabbit went into retirement and lived the rest of her days out in Cumnor.
Oh, that's rather a nice place, yes. Amy Robsart country for the rabbit. And there are things I want to ask you now. Because I now know that you're used to being asked things and responding fully and so on. So, did you have lots of different collars and leads for the rabbit?
No, I just had one. Because it matched my bow tie. It was yellow.
And did nobody in college mind that a rabbit lived in this wonderful fireplace?
No, it wasn't quite in college. It was in my digs, and yes, the person who was in charge of that was furious, apoplectic, and came up to me when I was leaving and said, "Did you have an animal in here?"
Oh, so they didn't find out at the time?
No, well, the animals unfortunately leave certain things behind. He said,
right.
I probably wasn't as thorough as I should have been in the cleaning department, and he said, "Did you have an animal in here?" I said, "Well, yeah, well, I don't want to lie." So I said, "Well, I think so." He said, "What? A small rabbit? Rabbits aren't small." Well, this one was. It was small, white, fluffy, called agathon. "Its name is immaterial," he said.
What does it mean, agathon? What does it mean?
Agathon was a character in one of the Platonic dialogues. So it means the good.
So,
but at that time, I thought the rabbit was a boy. In fact, I discovered after a little adventure that the rabbit was not a boy. I think I need to tell people this story, actually.
I think you should. And after Agathon went to live in Cumnor, were there subsequent rabbits, or?
Well, yes, that's the point. Agathon produced young. Agathon had a little adventure in Christchurch Meadows.
Still on the lead?
No, he or she got off the lead, jumped out of the bicycle basket. Yeah. And I was talking to some Japanese photographers. I thought, I'm so elegant.
Tim.
And I spent about 2 hours crawling through Christchurch Meadows trying to get hold of the rabbit. And I eventually got him back. And a month later...
I got
him back because I was told this was a boy.
Yeah, but there were multiples, although you didn't know it.
Well, not at that moment. Yes, exactly. She was with child, and a month later, suddenly she produced all these babies. So she must have been very happy, because I think if rabbits are not happy, they won't give birth.
Now, I know something, and I'm just making a connection in my head, because I understand that baby rabbits are called kits or kittens. Is that what led to your love for cats, Tim?
I have no idea. Linda, thank you very much.
No, it's been fun. And that picture of that young man with rabbit, whose name I now know to be Agathon, walking in Christchurch Meadow, it will stay with me always.
Well, now we have to think of it as not Agathon, but Agatha.
Of course. Yeah, my Greek's not up to that, Tim, I'm sorry.